Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. If you are new here, this is my little Cavapoo puppy, Lulu. Stop looking at me, look at the camera. Thanks, good girl. Today we are going to do a 6-month puppy update or a 6-month pup date if you are in the dog YouTube world. I just want to say a huge thank you to those who did request it and also for the love on the video of this gorgeous little girl. If you want to hear specific things about Lulu's first 6 months of life, if you want to hear how much it costs to get a puppy, to get a Cavapoo puppy, what things to kind of know before getting a Cavapoo puppy, and just oh, no barking. Yeah, good girl, good girl. Do you want a treat now? Good girl. No barking. Good girl. Oh my god, you're so cute. Alright guys, so to run you through the topics that we are going to be talking about today, I'll have them in chapters below so you can just skip across. We're going to be talking about our breeder experience the first week and how the first week in particular differed from essentially every other point in our time with Lulu. Sleeping, so how we decided to train her to sleep through the night and how she's going now. We are then going to talk about training and any troublesome areas like you barking. Do you bark? Do you want to tell them? Is that your naughty trait? Is that it? Is that what you do that's naughty? Is that what you do that's naughty? Is it? And we will then talk about eating because I feel like Cavapoos and anyone with a Cavapoo will relate to this. It needs a topic on its own. Your belly's like, mummy. We will then talk about vet experiences because we've got some, unfortunately. And I will then finish off with the kind of general cost of having a puppy, how much we paid for her, and how much we've actually spent in the first. Technically, she's 6 months old as of a few days ago, but in our first 4 months of having her, how much we've spent, which was more than I thought we would. Yeah. Where'd it go? Did you just eat the fly? Alright guys, so in terms of our first topic, breeder experience, I actually think we had a decently pleasant experience with our breeder. It wasn't the best. We did pay only $3,500 for Lulu, which is like, I reckon the cheapest legitimate breeder in Australia. They were really good and I probably would have found their customer service more dodgy if I didn't know work colleagues who also owned a puppy from them who had the cutest dog ever. Anyway, we'll get through this topic quickly while Lulu chases the fly. We went with Puppy Paradise Cavoodles. I think that Lulu was healthy. They gave us a good amount of information. When we picked her up, they were friendly. There wasn't anything dodgy. They let us go out the back where she peed before we drove home. It was close to Canberra. So if you guys are from Canberra or anywhere kind of like Sydney to the Victorian border area, I reckon that's a decent breeding option to go with. Alternatively, in-laws just bought a puppy for $9,500 from Pocket Puppies in Melbourne, I believe, and I was super worried it was a scam. It wasn't. So if you guys are also wondering and if you have the money to do that, that is also an option as well. They were much more thorough. They provided like huge lists of like things and how to train your puppy and like how to crate train them, where we didn't get any of that. We got a little information pack that I don't think was even filled out. Yeah, overall it was a great experience and I don't really have anything else to say about the breeder Puppy Paradise Cavoodles. They're legitimate. They're not scamming you. They're just like busy people, I assume, and don't have that much time. They're not very great on communication side of things, so we only got photos. We didn't FaceTime them, which are all red flags, but we got her and it was all fine in the end. So I am the word of mouth recommendation to a $3,500 selling breeder of Cavoodles. So this is Lulu's favorite spot, or probably second favorite spot in the house. She lies on this old throw, which is literally so thick it makes up a whole bed, watches outside underneath the chair there, and just vibes here. She just loves it. It's kind of tucked away as well behind the side of the couch, so Yeah, it's really good. Sometimes I worry she's run away and she's just lying there asleep. Lulu's first week with us, she was definitely very anxious, and I didn't realize until we started to learn her personality in weeks following her first few days and weeks with us. She just started to get more confident, and even within a few days you could notice. But when she first came, as you guys would know, the part that I did vlog was, by the way, if you haven't seen, I'll link up here and down below. Lulu was hardly eating. She hardly drank for the first 24 to 48 hours, and she hardly went to the bathroom. It was definitely all nerves because she just got progressively better. I don't think she peed inside really for the first 2 weeks. You've got to slow down. Good for the first few weeks until we kind of started letting her have more free reign of the house, and we weren't taking her out as rigidly anymore a few weeks in, and she did start making more and more accidents. In terms of potty training and toilet training in general, she was definitely really good. She has not been too bad. I've had dogs in the past that are much worse to train. She picks it up a lot. I'm not sure if it's the poodle part in her, the intelligent part. However, she has been pretty good, and she's learned already to pee on grass. So when we got her here, she would only pee on the grass, hardly pee on the tiles, any hard surfaces. And now when we take her for walks, she always, whenever she gets to a new type of grass, like maybe it might be lush grass versus dry grass, she'll always pee there, which is pretty good. And it means that whenever we do put her down on grass, she knows she's going to pee. Potty training, really my only advice is just constant. Take them outside all the time, praise them, don't give them attention until they've gone and they get the hang of it. Lulu still makes accidents every now and then inside, but usually it's our faults, not hers. And we finally got a doggy door, so we didn't have that at the time. The next topic was sleeping. She was perfect. She was literally perfect from day one. I think she was really tired, and I was very conscious of like exhausting her, giving her not much water and food before bed so she didn't get woken up. But we did, and I feel like this is key, and some people may disagree with this, and I'm not enforcing this on anyone. I think it depends on a lot of factors, how you feel. It was very hard for me, but we did keep her down here in her little bedroom, as you guys would have seen. And that was actually the best part of crate training and sleep training her, was that she was down here and we didn't respond every time she cried. So we actually didn't take her out throughout the night. Even on night one, we put her to sleep, went upstairs, went to sleep, and she just learnt from day one to sleep through the night. There was no, oh, if I cry, mum will come get me. There was no, mum might come in an hour waiting up for me. It was, I'm just gonna sleep and mum will turn up when the sun rises. And it was a pretty good habit. She just was perfect. And you will see in our like Lulu's day in a life video when we do it eventually, she is like me. She is not a morning person. Not at all, are you? She literally sleeps in and I have to make the bed around her. I took this video today actually because I literally have to make the bed around her every morning. So she's really not a morning person. The next topic is training. Now let's bring Sam up here and I'll get him to show you some of her tricks, and then we'll kind of get into like crate training. We've already talked about toilet training, and I'll just kind of touch on the other. Here's Sam. Say hi, Sam. What was your overall experience with having Lulu? We're doing a 6-month update.
Amazing.
Do you think she was good? Well, we're on the topic of training. How did you do it? Did she take a long time to learn?
It was very...
That's how he got her on
It was
his side.
very quick. I reckon probably 10 minutes each per trick. About hand movements rather than actually what you're saying. So sit, she'll do this. And then these ones she only does in succession. So sit, and then lie down, it's my hand on the ground. And then she's
already doing it.
Yeah, look, come on. Lay down. Nah. Hello.
Nice.
Sit. Shake, come on. Sit. Shake. Good girl.
Good girl. So I literally would just spend ages like this. You ready? Lulu, lie down. Cuddle. Cuddle. Lie down. Lie down. Good girl. Lie down. Good girl. Lots of cuddles. And then I'd start doing them with more space, and she would actually just like kind of hang out for the next cuddle. Anything else you have to add?
No, not other than we have muscle on her, but it's going to be up.
Actually, on that note, we are going to skip over to the next topic, which is Lulu's eating. So the next topic is Lulu's eating. Now, Sam is the chef of the house. We do homemade Lulu's food. Do you want to discuss the ingredients and what we make?
We do chicken mince, beef mince, shredded carrot, shredded zucchini, peas, pumpkin.
One with lots of sauce. We put some puppy stuff of that in just to put some flavor in.
Yeah. Because
it gets really dry.
Just from the fridge, but we do freeze it because like it probably sits there for about 3 weeks. So it's just like if this didn't have the tin of dog food in it, I would literally eat it. Like it's proper human food. Yeah. Brown rice, pumpkin, peas, beef mince, chicken mince, shredded zucchini, and shredded carrot.
And we kind of just combined a number of recipes. So my mum has Cavaliers. You guys might have seen them if you are subscribed to my channel. And she specifically puts pumpkin in their food because it apparently helps with their anal glands. Not gonna lie, I didn't even look that up. I just believed her. So we put some pumpkin in there, got some other ingredients from the recipes, and just made sure that there was like high fiber but not too much grain. I don't really know enough anymore. 4 times to 3 times because she was never eating. And now she's like me. She's literally a mini me, I kid you not. She doesn't eat breakfast. And we give her lunch and she'll scoff down lunch. But if we give her breakfast, she'll essentially not eat it almost all day.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah. If it's like she likes it fresh or she doesn't like it at all.
And then we'll give her dinner, and often she eats a little bit at the time, but then she just won't eat it either, really. So she's kind of like, and I don't think it's that she is sick or anything, like she just goes about her normal life.
When she's with Coco, Steph's family dog, and that she runs around, she would eat 4 meals a day.
Now, the final thing that we want to say before just going into like roughly costs, however, I might actually make a separate video on it more specifically because I'll just give you an estimate. I want to talk about her vet experiences because I feel like it's relevant. We've been lucky in the sense that it hasn't been too serious or any emergencies necessarily, but Lulu, every time we've gone to the vet, I personally think it might be a vet experience actually. Every time we've gone, we get told we have to do something with her. So when we took her to get her second vaccinations, the vet said that she had a canine baby tooth at the bottom that was going into her gum because it was on the side. So it was actually penetrating the gum at the top, and they were worried it would get infected and all of this kind of stuff, and tried to say we needed to remove it, and we did make the hard decision. Please don't judge us, every parent can make their own decisions, but we did decide that she was going to lose them in a month or so anyway. So we thought we're going to monitor it first, and if it gets worse or if it gets infected, and we'll just keep an eye on it for symptoms, we will then get it removed. But we didn't really want to just do it to begin with. So that was issue number 1, and it ended up not being a problem and everything fell out. So we did save ourselves like $1,000 to $1,500 on that. Then the second time we went to the vet for her 3rd vaccination, we got home and within an hour she was like almost completely paralyzed in pain. So at that time, I again don't know if it was a allergic reaction, which is what they tried to say it was, or if it was a vet issue. We weren't allowed in there for her to get the vaccination, so I didn't watch them do it, and she seemed fine when we took her out, completely normal, and then within an hour she couldn't move her whole body. It was all this pain in her back. That was really scary. So again, we had to take her back to the vet, kind of in an emergency sense. Like she was paralyzed in pain, and yeah, was really unhappy, crying so much. It was really sad. Lulu. Yeah, that was experience number 2. It ended up being fine. They just gave us a lot more pain meds and told us it was an allergic reaction. And then the 3rd time, so last week, get de-sexed, the poor little thing. Wait, stay, good girl. That experience, she didn't go to the bathroom, she didn't pee, and she was in a lot of pain by 48-hour mark, and we called them and they told us to come back in, and they charged us a significant amount of money to do all these tests of her kidneys and all of that kind of stuff, and they ended up saying, yeah, nothing's wrong, go home and give her children's Panadol. And then she ended up going to the bathroom a few times, slowly inside the house. We didn't care. We were like, just get it out of your system, you poor thing. And then she was fine. So that's pretty much been our experience with vets. I just think that my point in saying that is, if you are thinking about getting a gorgeous little Lulu number 2, just know that things like, one, you have to make decisions as a parent to a dog. I just never really realized that I'd be making these calls, whether we, you know, oh, and we had to get her teeth, some leftover baby teeth removed during the desexing because they wouldn't come out. So you have to make all these calls. So when you're a puppy parent, it's quite difficult. It can be quite emotional, especially if you are worried about money or a bit more money conscious. So that's just something to keep in mind with puppy parenting. And of course, it could always get significantly worse. We do have pet insurance, so that's something to consider if you are getting a dog. As for the cost of owning a Cavoodle or Cavapoo puppy, the first 4 months of having her, I can't believe we've only had her 4 months, we spent $3,500 on Lulu, obviously. Then do you want to chill? Relax. Lie down. Lie down. Good girl. There you go. Then I did spend an excessive amount of money preparing to get Lulu, and I actually vlogged that. So let me know if you guys want to see a preparing for our puppy video. My camera's gonna die, so I might actually stick with doing the costs of getting a puppy in a separate video. Let me know if you guys want them. Say bye, Lulu. Request another video, and I'll see you in the next one if people are interested.